With our first fight for this evening's main card. Being fought at welterweight, this is the #1 contender match. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 56.7 kilos, his official fight record, a clean 3 wins, no losses. The victorious Victorian, all the way from Ballarat, representing Infinite MMA. Give it up, John the War Machine Aziawor.
Infinite MMA.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Infinite MMA, that is the same gym as Harry and Luke Daly, a very well-credentialed gym, fighting with John Campbell as their head coach. These guys are at the top echelon of the sport in Australia. If John Aziawor is any indicator of the skill level that is in his corner right now, we are about to see something very, very special. Lots of gold medals in Jiu-Jitsu, lots of wins in MMA, 3-0 undefeated. And he's a very confident young man coming from a very confident team.
Like you said before, he's in a room with Harry Webb, Diamond Daly, like some of the best MMA practitioners in Australia that aren't in the big shows.
Yeah.
John Campbell, undefeated on the internet, and Diamond Daly actually has an upcoming bout with Adelaide's very own Antonio Caruso.
He does.
On Eternal MMA in about 2 weeks, I believe.
That's right. The credentials and the pedigree are second to none for John Aziawor, but he is his own man. He is an individual. Obviously, we're from South Australia. We haven't seen so much of John Aziawor. We've seen much more of Ty Campbell, and if this is anything to go by, this is going to be a match to watch.
Yeah,
this could easily be a professional
Give it
bout.
up, John War Aziawor. And now, in the red corner, weighing in at 57.15 kilos. His fight record, a perfect 2 wins, no losses. He cures insomniacs the way he puts you to sleep. Element HQ's very own Slender Man. It's Ty the Slim Reaper Campbell.
Good going, stranger. And you can dance.
They've got all the spunk. Ty Campbell, the Slim Reaper. When you got guys like the Raw Dog, Riley Campbell, your brother in your corner, and of course the Becker and James Desmond, you're always going to have a little bit of extra flair. He styles himself as a kickboxer, boxer type, 4-stripe white belt, training for 3 years, 1-0 amateur, 2-0 MMA overall, 2-0 boxing, and he is on fire right now.
This could be potentially fight of the night.
It is a sleeper for fight of the night. It really, really is. I just want to let the fighters speak for themselves in this one, because we're about to see a very different type of fight than what we have seen so far. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Yeah, possibly a lot less scrappy, a bit more distance management, a bit more picking of the shots.
Yeah. And coming up on the screen right now, you can see a #1 contender match. So this has some title implications down the road.
Yeah, this is a big fight. Like you said, this is a basically #1 contenders fight.
Winner goes pro?
Pardon?
Winner goes pro.
Winner goes pro. Intense stare down.
Doing it for the Eshays, Ty Campbell. Taking the center early is Ty. Finding his range, hip switching forward, low kick to side kick, defending his space. Aziawor check hooking and landing some counter hooks as Ty charges forward.
Yeah, Ty's going to want to be careful because just then he just ate a three-piece. You can't rush in too much on fighters of this caliber.
No, and you can see a little bit of clinch ascendancy here from John. He knows his angles very, very well. He's got head position, he's got the outside trip, he's got the foot elevated. He's loaded up for a dilemma attack. Lots of ways that he could land Ty Campbell flat on his back, and he does.
Beautiful body lock. Both hooks in like breathing.
Immediate,
so
and getting underneath both elbows, double underhooks, looking to flatten him out. You can see that glute hamstring retraction into the position, putting pressure through the hips. And John is gluing himself to Ty right now. A little mistake on the rush from Ty. He did very well holding his ground early, but he just charged forward into the range to be struck and into the range to be clinched, and it has not gone his way since. That's a big lesson. It's a big lesson.
And John's doing a really good job of solidifying the position and not being overzealous on chasing a submission.
100%. You can see the experience and the ability in this position as well. He's actually held on to the double unders position a little longer so that he could sneak in that body triangle and then start coming up to an offensive position with the hands. And it's getting worse and worse for Ty here. Even in this belly up position, it's only really the gloves that are saving Ty right now from John slinking out and starting to threaten the neck.
Ty's in a very hard position because he can't turn to the other side to navigate the body triangle.
And that's just smart work from John. It's just smart work. He's in the gym every day with highly credentialed training partners, and he's seen it all.
Yeah. Being in that room at Infinite MMA, you're the nail a lot of the time.
He gets to be the hammer tonight. He's topside wrist peeling, and he's going to get his right arm over the shoulder line, which means both of his arms would be over the shoulder line, which is peak choke territory. If you're in an over-under, you can't choke with the rear naked choke, but as soon as you get both arms over, you can start threatening. And he's using strikes now to soften up those positions. You can see Ty really clinching the glove line quite heavily, but it's not getting him anywhere because he can't rotate inside that body triangle. And now the first real threat here from John on the rear naked choke.
He's not under the jaw, but this could be very uncomfortable.
And he's getting closer to it now. Single arm, left arm.
He's under the chin, but he's on the side.
Returning belly down with 10 seconds to go.
I don't think. Oh, that's tight.
Ty's thinking about it. It's a very tight choking position. You know what happens if you don't tap to a choke.
Whoa,
well
2 seconds.
Done.
They called it early.
Yeah, on our clock it said 2 seconds left. In real time, maybe time had elapsed, but I would have liked to have seen those other 2 seconds. I mean, let's recap that though, because that was almost a foregone conclusion from the beginning. Will Ty's corner reel him in a bit?
Yeah.
Will they say, hey, look, you stood your ground, you got to the center, let's not rush this, let's make him come to you a little bit and land a solid end range straight punch down the pipe.
Well, he initiated his demise there.
He did.
Like, he didn't need to we're seeing a lot of rushing in tonight with not a lot of setup. You have to set those takedowns up behind a jab, behind a tee. You have to set them up because someone like Ty is, like John, sorry, is it John?
John.
Someone like John is going to see that and he's going to counter it.
Yeah, he's not going to be phased by it.
No.
Yeah. It's not going to make him think twice about his game plan.
Round 2, make some noise!
Every fight starts on the feet.
I'm very interested to see how the second round plays out. Composure from both. Ty doing a little bit better. I mean, this is how we started before.
Beautiful work.
And there he goes. End of the range of Ty and steps back. Nice. And that forces John to try to bridge a bit of gap with the looping punch, but he can't quite get there.
Oh, that
This is
jab
it.
is beautiful.
This is what Ty needs to do. Oh, very lovely.
Beautiful spinning heel kick by
And that
Ty.
did land.
That
A little
landed.
bit of that got through.
That landed.
Nice footwork here from John, cutting angles a little bit with his check hook, going downstairs to the calf. His whole team is known for that ability. And he's
Aziawor.
reeling Ty back in a little bit. This is a very evenly paced start of the round. And those step-through hip switch there from Ty got him good cage positioning and landed him a solid shot. A lot of strong footwork and angles from both competitors. I love it.
Aziawor has a chin. That was a fairly clean spinning heel kick. Oh,
Straight
no.
strike landed, but a mistake to rush the clinch again. And if this
Straight
continues
into it, straight
the
into
way that it did in the first round without the urgency to stand up, we could see almost a replica.
Yeah, it's the exact same scenario. He just needs to get in that other hook and maybe peel that arm over.
Yeah. John's doing a good job of getting his right knee between
Beautiful
Ty.
work.
Okay, he actually relinquished
Beautiful
it there, and that was good work from Ty, using a little bit of a cage scrape setup to get a little bit of exposure from his rear side to get onto that cage.
That's a very good moral victory for Ty.
He needed that, yes. But John showed his acumen early in this body lock position, and it seems to be his spot. He doesn't go down to singles and doubles. He likes the body lock. And when you get that type of attacker, it's very hard to win through transition. It generally turns out in their favor most of the time. You've got to fight those hands, and that is exactly what Ty is doing. You could argue that Ty had a little bit more ascendancy there in the striking there in the beginning of the first round. So the second round, and there it is again. John is just so adept and experienced with his hips. He can put him on the mat at will. And you see, he didn't rush down to a single there, got him a little bit caught out. Ty reverses with the double unders of his own. But if he gets a bit of head position, I would be calling for him to suck those elbows out, get clear, and land some damage from distance. He does not need to be here with a guy who's taken him down 3 times from a body lock. 10 seconds left in the round, and Ty just cannot win it from the clinch. He needs to throw some strikes here. A more evenly scored round, though, if I do say.
Yeah, that one's a hard round to score. I honestly would give the round, I would be thinking it's 1-1 going into the third.
And that's the way you would suggest from a corner's
They have
perspective
to,
as well.
yeah.
They have to let them know, hey, we don't know what the judges are thinking. We're going to assume it's 1-1. Let's go in and win this last round. Now, I will say this. Ty Campbell, he has that step-through high knee shield where he moves his leg high into a shield to mask his teeth and step forward. What he's doing is he's doing the same thing when he gets close with his hands. So he's getting a little bit closer before he realizes it, and it's making him crash into the clinch. If he did almost a reverse step, so a hip switch and step through, land the teep, land the strike, and then switch back to land in a strong orthodox stance closer to the center of the cage, I think you might find that if he uncorked across from that scenario, he'd land straight on the chin.
It's our first third round of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it home. Make some noise!
First time into the third. Love it. Nice fight. Nice fight from these guys.
I'm going into this thinking it's 1-1.
Yep, I have to say the same. And there we go. Ty opening up early and long. And it's right. See how he steps through with his rear leg when he throws that rear hand?
Kind of falls into you.
He's doing it on purpose, but he doesn't need to. Switch stance here. Let's see some rear foot, some rear hand work off the switch stance as well. And John closing the distance into the clinch very smartly, very strategic.
Really
And let's see if John adapts as well his style of grappling, being that Ty was able to figure out the puzzle in the second round. Will he start to maybe come down to the single, come down to the high crutch, cut the corner, cut off the space? Or will he resign here to a body lock ride?
He's off him. Ty's got to really pour it
This
on
is
now.
it.
He
Yeah,
has
this
to
is
pour
it.
on.
This is his moment. if he can escape the clinch, make some good decisions here. He's got a nice bicep post. He's getting some space to underhook. He gets the underhook back. He's switching his hips out to the under. He's doing everything right. He's doing everything right, but can he do it consistently enough to get an outcome? Now let's see. Is he going to do the trip of his own?
Try and trip him. Do you know what? I think he's making a mistake here. He needs
I agree, Sav. Yeah, I agree 100%. Let's suck those elbows out, limp arm out of the clinch, use your head position to your advantage, and get some distance to land some strikes. That is how he's going to win this fight.
They're probably knackered as well. This is a
I'll go happily eat my words there. Happily eat my words. As Ty gets the back trip, lands on top. And now visible distress from John Aziawor as he now has to work from his back to try and get up. And he does so with strong early strategies and like a jack in the box, right up, eats a knee on the way up. This is climactic finish here.
This is wild. John's going to have to do something exceptional right now to steal this round.
It all comes down to decision making and experience. Does he understand that maybe a takedown in exchange won't win it? Do they both see the opportunity to land that damage? Those knees that Ty is landing in the clinch may prove to be the difference in the judges' eyes when it comes down to who they give the nod in the eventual conclusion of this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting scorecard if it makes the distance.
Ty's knees have been quite telling in maybe the latter minute and a half. He did score a reversal takedown. Both weren't able to stick it clean, but Ty has had the answers late in this fight, where John had a lot of serious ascendancy in the first round. Going into the scorecards, it's going to be a hard one to pick.
Yeah, that's an interesting fight. That's a really hard one to score. I don't know how you'd score that. It all comes down to the second round, really.
It's a nicely evenly matched fight there. That's going to do wonders.
It takes real guts to get in this ring, ladies and gentlemen, and to put on a show like you just saw. Please give it up for both of our warriors in the cage this evening.
Judges are taking their time with this one. They want to make sure they get it right. That tells me it could be a draw, could be a split, but either way, it's going to be close.
I think it's going to be a split.
And our winner, by way of split decision, in the blue corner, John War Machine Aziawor.
I think the only thing I can say is it would have come down to initiation of offense.
It all came down to the second round, how you scored that. I don't know, that's a really hard one to score.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong way to score that fight.
Yeah, if you gave John the ascendancy in the second round by the amount of time that he controlled alone, you could see him winning that second round. We all see Ty winning the third, and we all see John winning the first.
Yeah.
But if we watch the second round back independently from each other, maybe we would see it differently.
Yeah, I agree.
Congratulations, John. Well done. John now moves to 4-0. That's impressive, my friend. Where to from here?
I want my title shot. So next time I'm here, you know what I'm grabbing? That belt.
Yes,
He's
and
coming back to SA and he's not going home without a belt. I love it. Who would you like to thank tonight, my friend?
Obviously, I'd like to thank my team for coming down, always helping me out with everything. And I also would like to thank one special friend here, Ned Mitrovic. I appreciate you a lot. Without you and Sinclair Mead, this shit wouldn't happen. He's always been there for me, always. And the man himself, Steve Sinclair, thank you very much. And everyone at home for supporting. And my son Kendrick, I love you. I hope you're watching this. And Anthony Corizo, you're a bitch. This is your hometown and you didn't want to turn up. What's up? You scared of Dali? Your career's gonna get end in 2 weeks time, boy. Watch out. Peace.